you don't know why you hit the road, but you don't.
Hello and welcome everyone to Right Stick, and we back again for another video. If you are excited about the LG Stylo 5, I'm excited too. So this is my hands-on and the unboxing video for the LG Stylo 5. So without any further ado, let's find out.
I won't look back when you're around.
Now, as much as I'm excited about the LG Stylo 5, also I'm a little disappointing because the difference between the Stylo 4 and the Stylo 5 is not that huge. I do want to judge right now. After I do the unboxing, I'm going to tell you the specification, pricing, everything you guys need to know. We're going to unbox the phone, have first look, and then at the end of the video I will give you my opinion. Now for the packaging, we don't have anything fancy. LG uses Metro by T-Mobile standard packaging over here, but that's not really important. What important is the actual performance of the phone and the specification. Let's jump to the specification, starting with the screen. We have a big screen, 6.2, same as the LG Stylo 4, full high definition resolution, 1080 x 2160. The ratio 18:9 is not 19:9, which is a little disappointing over here. And with the amount of PPI 390, which is great amount of PPI compared to full high definition screen. Now we have 13 megapixel for the camera, and we have only single camera. We don't have dual camera. 5 megapixel camera for the front. We will test out the performance of the camera later on in this video. Now we have 32 GB for internal storage, same as the LG Stylo 4, 3 GB of RAM, so 1 more gigabyte compared to the LG Stylo 4. This is the main upgrade for me right now. And we have 1.8 octa-core processor from Snapdragon, but I'm not sure what model LG uses in this because this is a new device, so I don't have any information about the processor. But of course, since I have my hands on, I will unbox and then I will confirm what model of Snapdragon with the LG Stylo 5 uses. Now for the battery, we have 3500, which is not that great because the size screen and full high definition, but I will see how the performance when I do my full review. As right now it's going to be fast charging, the size of battery 3500 with a C type. Now for the design and build construction, there is no difference between the LG Stylo 5 and the LG Stylo 4. So as you guys can see, we have that metallic frame. This time around we have a different color for the phone. So we have white from the back, and the back is plastic and very scratchable, so you guys make sure to get a phone case. For right now, there's a screen protector over there. I just kept it because I don't want the phone get scratched right now. And this is the metallic frame, which is give the phone very premium look, of course. And we have the headphone jack, we have microphone, USB-C, and we have speaker firing from the bottom. Now we do have the fingerprint located on the back, but this time around we have the power key located on the right and the volume key is located on the left side, as you guys can see. If I put the LG Stylo 4 and the LG Stylo 5 together, you guys can see no difference in these two phones. There we go, same language design. Go to the back, very much only that this camera on this phone, it's just circle and then the flash down there, and we have that one which is one piece, the flash and the camera. But for me, I think the case must fit 100%. So if you have the LG Stylo 4 case, must fit the LG Stylo 5. Here's from the side, as you guys can see, same exact design. Now the only difference between the LG Stylo 4 and the 5, actually, the notch where is the stylus pin. So if you look to this one closely, you're going to see the notch coming from the left side on the LG Stylo 4, while the LG Stylo 5 has the notch located on the right side, as you guys can see over here. But for me, it makes a lot of sense that they have the notch on the right side, not the left side. Now it's just easier for you to take the stylus out. Now for the processor, as expected, the phone has the Snapdragon 440, which is also the same processor used in the LG Stylo 4, but this time around we have 3 GB of RAM instead of 2 GB of RAM, which helps a little bit in performance. Here's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be doing actually a speed test comparison between the LG Stylo 4 and the LG Stylo 5, so that way you guys can see if it's worth for you to upgrade from the Stylo 4 to the LG Stylo 5. Now, since we are still talking about the differences between the Stylo 4 and the 5 has the Android Pie and the Stylo 4 has the Android Oreo. I mean, LG, they could have actually just pushed the updates for the LG Stylo 4 and have the same operating system, but it seems to me they're not willing to do that, so that way they force you to update for another phone. They just want you to buy another device. Now the software is built in the same way that most of the other LG phones has. I mean, you have everything on the main screen, unless if you go to the settings, you have the option to add the app drawer if you want to. I mean, for the stylus, once you pop the stylus, you will have many features coming up. So we have the pop memo, we have coloring a book and draw chat, a quick memo plus, and you can add also more shortcuts if you want to. So there is no major difference here in the stylus as the functionality for the stylus pin in the device itself. Now going back to the performance of the LG Stylo 4 by using Snapdragon 450, I have decided to play Asphalt 9 actually. The game is playable. I mean, I didn't see frame drops or anything like that, but the game is not sharp at all. I mean, the graphics is very low. I have downloaded the same game in another Motorola phone that uses Snapdragon 636 and the graphics was way much better for gaming. I guess the LG Stylo 5 is not tend to be phone to play heavy games. In my opinion, just maybe a few games, applications, take memos, use the stylus pen, take pictures, but it's not the phone that you want to rely on if you want to play video games. Now the phone has the fingerprint located on the back of the phone, and this fingerprint basically just the fingerprint, doesn't have the power key located with the same fingerprint, which is something I like because it bothers me when I hit the fingerprint and you see it's a clicky. So basically just go to the fingerprint and one touch it will unlock the phone, and it's fast and accurate. So good job from LG for having good fingerprint reader on the LG Stylo 4. In addition to this, we have facial recognition on the phone. The facial recognition rely on the front camera on the phone, means the phone will register your picture on the phone, and then the front camera will see that picture and match it with a picture that the phone saved already, and that way it unlock your phone. In my opinion, the facial recognition is not secured way to unlock your phone. Finally, we're going to be talking about the camera on the phone. We have two cameras, one on the back and one on the front. The front is 5 megapixel and the back camera 13 megapixel. Let's go ahead and jump to the application. Very similar to any LG phones we have seen before for actually budget or mid-range devices. Buttons to swipe between the front and the back camera. We have some settings, we have shutter speed, we have options where you can capture picture by your voice, like by saying cheese and LG or whiskey. HDR mode, and you can adjust the resolution, video resolution, full high definition on both back and front camera, which is very standard over there. We have a flash you can enable for the back camera. Also we have some filters and some modes over there, as you guys can see. And let me tell you one thing, it's weird about this device. Now if we jump on the front facing camera, we're gonna see features that's not available in the rear camera. The rear camera is the main camera, but they're focused more on the front or the selfie camera, which is absolutely odd in my opinion. So if you want to go to the back camera, you will be able to see modes that's not even available on the back camera, which is weird in my opinion. I mean, we have Q lens, we have AL cam. AL cam, I was not able to see any difference when I capture pictures, which is weird in my opinion. But we have wide angle mode on the front camera, and we don't have this on the rear camera, which is absolutely weird. As well as we have skin toning over there, you can adjust that and you can come up with a good pictures. Also we have portrait on the front facing camera, so we miss these features on the back camera, and this is very weird from LG to have these features only for the front facing camera. Or maybe LG, they suppose that you just take selfie in your phone, you don't use the rear camera as much as the front facing camera. In my opinion, this is absolutely weird. Coming back to the performance of the pictures that we have taken, I will show you this picture on the larger screen so that way you guys can judge. Just give you my opinion very quick. Low light situation is not that good camera. I mean, either you do front facing camera or back camera. With enough lights you can come up with a good pictures, of course. Selfie, I mean, selfie portrait is not that good either, you know, because you rely only on one camera on the front, and well, basically portrait you must have two camera. So they're doing actually digital portrait over there. It does the job, but doesn't do the best job for me, at least for me. Regular pictures by the front facing camera is not that bad. We have this with a regular camera, we have this as wide, and still inside the room I was be able to take nice pictures. Now let's go ahead and see these pictures, and you guys gonna be the judge. Now overall, speaking about the LG Stylo 5, it's not a bad device. The phone has 6.2 full high definition display, has fast charging, has a stylus pen, fingerprint, facial recognition, decent front facing camera, so it's not a bad device. But here's the thing, if you are coming from the LG Stylo 4 and you're willing to upgrade, do not do this, because the difference is not huge between the LG Stylo 4 and the LG Stylo 5. Since Metro offering the LG Stylo 5 also for very affordable price, you guys can get this phone if you just start a new number for $79, which is In my opinion, this is very cheap a price for a phone with this specification, or even the phone gonna be available for free if you switch your number. So if you want to try the LG Stylo 4 or 5 for the first time, go ahead and get this phone. But if you are coming from LG Stylo 4 and you think that you are doing upgrade, you're not doing a huge upgrade. You're basically getting 1 GB of RAM and better operating system, and that's it. And I believe also that's it for that video. Thank you so much everyone for watching. If you find this video helpful, thumbs up, like, subscribe. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Hit the bell for notification in the future. As always, I'll see you in the next video.
On my own, and I don't know why. She told me it's not your fault, but you don't